underrated and undersized. We're talking DeAndre Carter. Cue that intro. It's showtime. DeAndre Carter is a wide receiver, free agent, formerly of the Los Angeles Chargers. He's 5'8", 190 pounds. Now, DeAndre Carter is undersized and underrated. He is a journeyman. He played on 5 teams in 5 years, but he really had a nice place for the last 2 years with the Los Angeles Chargers. DeAndre is not going to be able to win you a fantasy league, or his stats won't pop off the sheet, or none of that. But as a football player, he has enough talent to win you some football games. Now, is he going to break any record? His stats are going to fall off the sheet? No. Is he a savvy guy? Is he, a guy you can use him in multiple ways to win football games? Absolutely. In his time with the Chargers last season, he did have 46 receptions for 538 yards with 3 touchdowns, filling in for Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Now, with the loss of DJ Chark, I feel like a 1 to 3 year deal, maybe $6 to $8 million, say maybe $3 million guaranteed for 3 years, is a reasonable contract size that maybe Brad Holmes loves to do, obviously, especially with low cap hits and early outs. I feel there's value in this underrated wide receiver in DeAndre Carter. Now, signing Carter, I feel like it does not take us out of the draft. If we have Quentin Johnston in the first round on our draft board, I think you still go after Quentin Johnston. Now, because outside of this year, after this year, we only have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who will be due for a contract extension after the 2024 season. And then we have Jameson Williams, who, if we pick up his 5th-year option, obviously being a first-round draft pick, his contract would be up in 2026. So we got about another 3 more years with that, and another year with Amon-Ra St. Brown. But after that, there is absolutely nobody, not even Quintez Cephas. I mean, if you're going to get guys, start getting some guys now, and bring on this new age. Obviously you're going to sign other guys and things like that. But, start building this thing the right way. You got your 2 cornerstones, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, adding a DeAndre Carter, possibly a Quentin Johnson. I feel like you got at least 4 guys that can really go out there and compete. And obviously any other guys that you might, bring back, like maybe a Josh Reynolds or somebody else like that. Maybe a Khalif Raymond, things of that nature. Now, Khalif Raymond is the same height as DeAndre Carter. Maybe you do something on special teams with that. Maybe do something to kind of catch teams off guard a little bit. Because obviously, when you catch teams off guard, it does give you an advantage. If you're following my contract formula, with the 6 to 8 million for $3 million guaranteed for 3 years, that's equivalent to about $2 to $3 million, for each year, with about $1 million to $2 million guaranteed. That's dirt cheap for a wide receiver. So, low risk, high reward, super under the radar, super underrated, super undervalued, and he is undersized at 5'8" and 190 pounds. But I feel like with DeAndre Carter, he can open up a little bit more. If you want to do jet sweeps, if you want to go long ball, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, go on special teams and come out with some trick plays on special teams that Dan Campbell absolutely loves. We seen a pass to Penei Sewell this past season. So we love our trick plays. I feel like DeAndre Carter could be one of those guys that, he has a spot. And, for a low, cheap contract, if he gives us another 538 yards, 3 touchdowns on 46 receptions, that's right about a wide receiver 4. And then you still give your main guys like an Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. Obviously, you give them more of the targets. And then you still have Josh Reynolds. And then you have a rookie also possibly coming onto the team. So there's 5 good guys that you can have on your roster if you add a DeAndre Carter. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help this YouTube channel get into the YouTube algorithm, consider clicking the thumbs up, and it tells YouTube that you enjoy this content that you are watching. It might not be much, but it helps tremendously get into the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to be a part of this growing community, consider clicking the subscribe button and hitting the post notifications to all if you want to be alerted when another Detroit Lions video drops. We are on the road to 150 subscribers. Thank you so much in advance. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video, because grit don't quit. #1pride, baby. Peace.